Yo, what's up everyone? This is Wildboy789. Today we are making crazy good spaghetti and meatballs, so just check this one out, alright? First we're going to take the meat for the meatballs and pop them in a bag. On top of that, we need a healthy amount of breadcrumbs. I'm using panko, it doesn't really matter. Panko is regular unseasoned breadcrumbs that have been carbonated. That's why they're so puffy. Good amount, just eyeball it. Maybe about a fourth or a fifth of the size of the meat, because you want it to be about a fourth or a fifth of the size of the meatball. So we got some garlic salt. You need some salt to kind of squeeze out the flavor of the meatball. Decent amount. Black pepper. I don't know why. Just trust me. Salt and pepper on beef is good. Even in a meatball. Maybe not too much. We don't really want that bite. We just kind of want it in there. We have minced onion. Want some nice chunks in there. And then we have garam masala, which I use usually in conjunction with sugar to caramelize the top of the meatball and give it kind of a, I don't want to say a kebab taste, but it like adds to the roastiness of the meatball. It's good. It still tastes Italian. And then the secret ingredient, I normally add wine, but I quit drinking. So we got grape juice. This is grape cranberry. It'll work just as good. And because it's got a lot of sugar in here, when you cook with this, remove the sugar from the recipe. Actually, let's go ahead and mix this up a little bit first, because I do not want the breadcrumbs to just absorb all the juice. I want the meat to absorb it. So we're going to mix this up more in a minute. Actually, you know what? I changed my mind. Let's mix it up a whole lot. Let's turn those breadcrumbs into like moist pieces of meat. You know what I'm saying? Like get them fully saturated. All the seasoning. You would normally do this in a bowl, but I'm actually going to marinate this overnight. That's pretty good. Now this you really got to eyeball. Get a nice big splash in there and see how much the bread will absorb. You don't want it to be wet, obviously. I said marinade, but you really just want it to be moist. So let's back up and mix it again. I can feel it's not dry anymore. It's also not leaking juices everywhere. Is that where I want to be? Maybe another little splash. The whole point of marinating really is to get the juice in there. Okay. And it seems weird, but when this cooks, it's just going to be like red wine on beef. I mean, it's amazing. This stuff caramelizes. It gets, I don't want to say fruity. It just tastes like Italian food. It tastes like wine with your meal, you know? Now, you do not want to, like, slowly cook this. Like, when I bake it at, like, 450, or I broil it. Like, you really want to get a sear, not only for the meat, but for the juice. And if you flatten it out here, when it rests in the fridge, more of the juice is going to touch more of the meat. Let's get the rest of the air out of the bag. And I am happy with that. This is going to sit in the fridge overnight. And then tomorrow, we're going to break it up into burgers and put it on the grill to really char it. Alright, so you're going to take that meat the next day and turn it into these patty-like shapes. And you don't have to put the well in the middle because we kind of want them to bulk up to more meatball size. And the thicker ones go on the hot spot. And the skinnier ones, I think this is my smallest one, go in a colder spot. These smell really, really good. Woo! Smoke in my eyes. Oh. Let's pop it right up there. Cool. I'm gonna leave these open until they start dripping, then I'm gonna close the lid and let them rest. So I literally just went inside, checked on the spaghetti, threw away the plate, washed my hands, and if you can see, that one, 2 down from the top there, has got little brown char on the edges. They're not really dripping yet, but actually I want to go ahead and close this because these over here will char before these are cooked enough to even flip and move. So with burgers, you want them to be more well done. Not well done, but more done before you touch them because they'll just fall apart on the grill. So I'm gonna go ahead and close it. If I had to guess, I don't know, I'm gonna give it literally like 3 minutes. If you walk away for too long, they'll get away from you quick. Alright, so just knowing my grill, or really, it's knowing which way the wind is blowing towards your grill. I know that these up here need to switch with these down here. I think the way to go about doing that is to move this guy first, maybe. It's not going to be easy. These more well done guys you can pick up real easy. Whoa. Those are very well done. I'm going to get a lot of comments that I should be doing this with the spatula. You're absolutely right. So this one is definitely the least done. If I can get it. I want to put it, where that guy was. You know what? I'm not going to touch it. I think it'll be okay. Oh God, this is stressful. Okay. Lost a little piece on that one. But I feel alright. I also should mention, whenever you cook with grape juice, everything sticks. So, be careful of that. I'm watching that guy. I don't think I can save him. I better just let that cook up. And this guy is basically done. Okay. Whew. 2 minutes. Much calmer in here. Alright, I'm happy with these. I think it's about perfect. I'm going to go ahead and start pulling them. I I figured you guys would want to see which ones survive. So I rigged the table here. This one's the crazy one. Well, actually, the one below it's even worse. Let's see what we can do. This guy. Oh, let's grab him from this side. Woo! That's no good. Okay, I got most of them. Burned me. And this one really could use a flip. And just stay on there for a minute. And this stuff looks good. I don't want to lose that. It's gone to the Grill Masters up in outer space or wherever. Valhalla. This guy here is a bit squish. So just to show you really how quick it'll heat up in the middle of the grill. Cool. I think I'm happy with that. Alright, I'll see you inside. So another thing you're going to want to do is just put the flame on low and heat up the sauce. And we're going to cook the sauce on top of the noodles. I'm just going to take a butter knife and chop these into like meatball size pieces. So about in the fourths. You can see they're charred on the outside and juicy on the inside. I'm going to go ahead and use 2 hands for this. Alright, so while the noodles are still hot, take some Parmesan cheese, sprinkle it on top. You want to get it to melt. A little more. Let's go cheesy. And of course, a couple of the meatballs. The charred ones actually look pretty good. And we are good to go. The last thing you're going to want, some carbonated grape juice. I tend to just mix grape juice with Starry. And that's that. Thanks for watching. Peace.